Hey, today we'll be giving a tour of my camp and Hunter's camp. We recently just got the Brotherhood of Steel field station and we decided to, make a military base or outpost. So, Hunter will go first, giving us a tour of his camp and my camp. We're mainly just doing this to give our camps, to give other people ideas of how to make their bases, or if you guys can give us ideas of how to make our bases better. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and here we go.
Yeah, it's included right now. At Victorian Brothers, welcome to my BOS outpost. Today I'll be showing you my camp, and I'm hoping that you will get inspired by some ideas from my camp. Before we start, I would like you to actually subscribe to my friend Joker, and she would really appreciate that, as my dear friend would actually can progress off it. It would mean a lot to her. Now, let's get this video right off the bat. So, right off the bat, you'll notice that I have a big gate. It's not really much, but it's basically a gate with a bunch of defensive walls with 2 barricades on the side. I can easily open the gate for any BOS members to come in or outsiders, with of course a decontamination to make sure that, your rats are gone. Because we're all about Brotherhood and limitation. As you enter, you'll notice that there's a beautiful statue in the center, of a lot of tents and field station. It's actually quite big, very hidden if you look at it from the outside. First thing you'll see on the left would be Fox Loves Hunter. Now, my girlfriend. I love her. So I built that out of memory of her. I know, it's funny. I know, it's cringe. But that's just the first field station would be the Armory. Here in the Armory, it's basically everything you think of it. You work with your stuff, work in your power armor, get out of your power armor. It's nice. If you're working with the field stations, because I love field stations, you may get an idea of what to do here. And I hope that this inspires you in some idea that you can build in your field station. Moving out, I wanted to show off more about this center part. I got a lot of compliments about how I kind of nailed this. So, if you want to take this idea to your account, feel free. It really is just 3 tables, a little truck on the back, and a statue in the center. I like it. A lot of people like it. And maybe like it too.
Nice to see another visitor around here.
Over here, or my dear friend, hello. There is a beautiful old statue, fired with a cannon round. I know. Not very special.
Shit, that actually scared me. Actually scared me.
Alright, continuing from that, besides that scaring me, there's my field station. Now, of course, if you're gonna build a field station and make a room in it, obviously you should make it your own way. It is your room. So, this is how I made my room. I had a little train here, I had a piano, a banjo, a little workout place. Some of the trophies I got along the way, mostly Adam. But this is basically the thing I kind of got going, based on my feelings alone. But it's really up to you. You like any of the things that how they look, you can try them out too. But this is personally just personal preference, up to you. Alright. Once you got a good view of it. The next part is a overlook. You may notice that we are actually near Ashy. In fact, we're quite literally under it. I like this spot and location just because the Ashy, it seems like the cloud covers this whole location. And it really gives me that vibe that this spot is secret. And only, a couple of people would know about it. If you jump down or walk downstairs, you'll notice there's a little campfire, a little fire pit. I like this idea of just putting a bunch of stashes near it, of course with a barricade, and allow people to rest while it gets dark. It's definitely roomy, very feels nice. I love the fire pit. definitely recommend it if you wanted to. Moving on from that, there's more looking. We have my bunks. Now, I built this out of a friendship when I first started out in the Brotherhood with some people. And his first camp that I saw, he had this, a tent full of beds. And I thought that was cool. Reason why? Not many people build a camp with a lot of beds for people that visit them. So, I built this. So if a player wanted, an outsider or a BOS member wanted to rest up, they can easily get on this bed. They can easily sleep. They can rest it off. There's some flags, some good stuff. Really giving that vibe that's the bunks. But the next part, I was happy I got working as it caused a lot of problems, and that's my vendings. I wanted to give off this vibe of it's a stash. It's like it's the storage area. There's a lot of stuff in it. It's very cushioned. It's not very spacey, and you can buy stuff out of it. And there's a bunch of stuff in it. Try to give off that vibe. If you want to go with it, I will let you know it is not easy putting 3 vendors in a tent. Not easy. And I suggest that you try your best to work with it. Or look up a glitch. Or just do something different. If you like that idea of what I'm doing here, I appreciate it, but it is difficult to get set up. And it's going to be impossible to explain. I added this Nuka-Cola machine right in front of the 2 purifiers because I thought it would be cool if these 2 purifiers gave us Nuka-Cola. But that was just a little detail. That's just a make-believe. It's just water. Now here's the one part, the doctor's field station. And I felt like I nailed this part. If you go inside, I made this for my commander. And I tried to give off this basically medical field station for the scribe. I loved her because of her terminal, because she just looks awesome on the terminal.
I thought I heard someone around here.
And everything else I tried to make it seem very clean, seem like this would be somewhere you would go if you ever got hurt. I even added this simple, I don't know, so you know it. But this thing basically cures your diseases. Obviously, I couldn't pass that on if, it just needed to be in. It just needed to be in here. Got a desk. I got her bed. If you actually do this, she actually does sleep on that bed. I don't know. It shocked me. She will sit on this chair. She'll actually live in this place instead of just walking out of it nonstop like she just did now. But she usually just stays in here. It's actually pretty cool to watch. Because I thought she would actually, sleep in someone else's bed or something with the bunks. Moving to the final piece of my camp, if you go up the stairs, you'll notice the top frontal gate. It's basically the guard post. I added these 2 foot lockers to give off that staircase with the limitations of the camp. And standing here in the front basically lets you know that, hey, this is the watch point. They will see you coming. I hope that you enjoyed my camp. I kind of rushed this, might have rushed this. Don't really know, it's my first time doing this. But I appreciate you watching it through this. I hope you liked some of the ideas, and I hope that you were inspired by some of it. I hope that maybe you consider some of these.
Okay, I'll do the first part with the voiceover because I was kind of awkward in the beginning and I was delaying it a lot, but here's the first part. Here's what I was trying to explain. Okay, so I used metal walls, as you can see, and 2 barriers on the left side. And I spelled out Brotherhood of Steel rather than putting BOS itself, because I thought it looked cooler. I also put 2 turrets on top of the solar panels because I thought it looked cool too. Okay, when you enter, turn right and you see all of my vendors. They're not on currently because I have not turned them on because I was working on my camp for a very long time, but one of them is on, so. But yeah, this is where you know, when you enter, you can just shop whatever I sell. But yeah. And in the middle, you can see the Brotherhood of Steel statue, and I really felt like it matched the most. On the left and right side, you have each of the Brotherhood of Steel symbol, and if you press A on this, it has this cool, explosion. And I really like it. That's why I got this statue. It's really cool. Oh, over here is Beckett too. He likes to hang out around in the tents as well. And if you back up a bit, you can see the whole thing. Yeah, I really like this view. Alright, so let's see. On the right side, when we go to the right side, we're gonna enter, and this is the workshop. So as you saw earlier, between my camp and Hunter's camp is very similar, except our styles is a bit different. I added my displays of weapons on the walls because I thought it matched perfectly for the workshop. Added these cool posters that, you know, hard worker and safety first. And a radio because, you know, who wouldn't like working with music on? And I also added a scrap box right there for, you know, Fallout First members. Thought it matched. Added a, you know, just cool looking freaking workshop. Alright, so if you go over here, you have my artillery. It's on, but of course I don't use it. And if you go up here is where you can, you know, just view whoever tries to come in or whoever wants to come inside. Well, I just repeated myself, but yes. But if you go and enter and you go to the left side, you do see this big generator that's kind of like a airplane freaking, yeah, a wing. But I used it to just mainly add more space and cover up this large space that had nothing. So yeah. Over here would be like the med bay, doctor's den. I added those two signs. If you enter through this little thing here, it takes off your radiation. Now, if we open this, of course, I made it look like a doctor's office. Now, I don't have Sophia just like Hunter did. I have Beckett. But I still made it look like an office because I thought, you know, I thought it fit. Over here is where, you know, as Hunter showed you at first, where you can fix all your diseases. It doesn't matter which one you have, it fixes all. And, got these cool posters that just matched it, you know, eat well. Yes, live well, and cleanness, and medication. Oh, and, you know, chemistry bench, because I thought, you know, making cures, stim packs. And I added a filing cabinet because every doctor's office has a filing cabinet for, you know, his patients. Made it look like an office. Added a sink for the doctor can operate you with clean hands, of course. And hospital's beds on the left. On the right, I mean. But okay, over here, I did struggle a lot. Originally, this is where my vendors were going to be at, but instead I replaced it, you know, make it look more filling in here. Added my campfire and my little, you know, food station. Okay, my Brahmin's right here. My water purifier blocks it so he doesn't get out because he likes to go out a lot, but not that I don't like my Brahmin. I love my Brahmin. I'm trying to keep him safe, you know, especially with these foundations. So anything that attacks, it attacks the foundations first and him. And yeah. I added my crops on the, you know, thing too. Added 2 walls and a bathroom for the soldiers who live here, you know, roleplay reasons. And a guard post with a lantern to make it more roomy. Yes. And another lighting thing to not make it so dark in this area. But yeah. Last time I didn't have a bathroom, but this time I did. Because I felt like it makes sense to have a bathroom, because if you don't have a bathroom, where would they go? Over here is like a headquarters type of office, have a satellite up there, because I thought, you know, of course, you have to have communications. Once you enter, I made it look like an office, as best as possible. Campfire there, left side have a little map of Charleston, I believe, and 2 flags and 2 death claws on each side. 3 filing cabinets, of course, because every office would have that. A map of Appalachia, yep, and a stash box here, a little fancy stash box, a desk, 2 chairs, and the leader's chair. And over here is a terminal. It's not on though. I still have to connect it. Oh, and this bottle that has a bow inside, I thought it was like perfect. I just feel like it would be a good touch to make it look like an office. And a plant. Yeah. Yeah, I really like this office. Alright, so once you go over here, this is where all, visitors or soldiers could be at, get ready. Each one would have a bed, and there's a plant going through the bed, sadly, and each bed has their own foot locker, or you can share it as well. I also added cool, like, military metal, plate flooring, because I try to make it look like, military as possible. So yeah, I really like this area. 2 lights too. Alright, over here is where they work out, getting ready for training, getting ready for a fight. Stay fit, stay focused, 2 posters, a box to put their gym clothes. Hell yeah. Ran this together. 2 lights again on the each side. Once you go over here, this is where they could either train or just have some fun. Honestly, you can just they're just having fun. We also have a foosball on the left side, right there. But yeah. And Beckett likes to hang out around here a lot, actually. I always see him in this side most of the time. But yeah, I really like this area. Okay, so once we walk down, we see a campfire where they can rest after, their training, they're resting, You can just hang out there. Beckett usually has his BOS uniform. I forgot to give him one, but yeah, you can get a drink from him, honestly, because he just sells booze. And once you get a drink, you can come to this little table over here with 2 chairs and just have a drink and, yeah, enjoy the, view. So yeah, this is my camp, and I really hope, this gives you guys ideas of what you could put in your, field stations. Here's above, here's a better view of up top. Made it look like a square in the middle, but the statue's in the middle. But yeah, here's the food area. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you guys liked seeing our camps, and hopefully maybe you guys got some cool ideas from us, or maybe you guys can tell us some cool ideas. Feel free, and yeah, see you guys.